We forgot to
prompt
I
love that noise.
Yes, I was going to say we forgot to prompt someone. You see who it is. You know who it is. Justin.
But I catch on quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got on quicker than some other people, so we'll take that. Hello, everyone. Showbiz. Welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea and the showbiz into reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. And currently, thank you. Currently, I am drinking some coffee. I'm having my evening coffee because it's still early enough for me because those of us on this side are in the West Coast, so it's still light out for me. So I can justify it, and it's not that horrible of a choice to make. But I've also got my cup mug on hand as per usual. LanaGCreations.etsy.com. Link is in the description below. Brazil, I'm so sorry. We keep saying it. Brazil, I love you. I'm sorry, Brazil. Brazilian customs, get your crap together. Come on now.
Brazilians.
Yeah.
I have a one-track mind. Literally, somebody said Brazilians. I was like, what now? What are we talking about?
Brazilians. We love our Brazilians.
Not
Brazilians,
the waxes.
Yeah, the Brazilian customs hate us. We've had 2 cup mugs sent back.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah,
they weren't even sent back. They just disappeared. Okay. Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. One that I have been purposefully crouching and hiding this whole time, but I'm wearing my Justin Abit shirt.
Get out of here. That's amazing.
I wonder why you would be doing that, David.
I don't know. Why would I be doing that? But I am just drinking some water right now.
And hi, I'm Revry, your Brazilian correspondent here in a cup. And I'm finishing up some sage and mallow tea. And I also have some water just to keep the hydration going because we need it.
Yes. And who is this marvelously dashing, handsome, dapper guest that we have on today? I don't know who this could be.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
We'll find out just in a bit.
Yeah. Hey! I love it. I love that everybody makes a time reference with my name when its reality is just the tip. So, you know, it's like I chose a name that was just PG enough to get to allow me to do things where young people would be present and the parents wouldn't be like, oh, what is their name? You know? But when I can tell when people's minds go to where I want it to go, because they're like, okay.
I've never thought of that. I never picked up on that until now.
Yeah, it depends on the person.
People.
Yep. We're represented up here.
Yeah, there are 2 kinds of people.
I have a mug. It's my David Rose mug.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. It says it's my turn to take a selfish. There's nothing in it. Makes me so sad. Where's the beer? Why isn't there beer in here? I swore. I'll just wiggle my nose and no, still empty.
No.
That's sad.
Ow. Oh, Justin, we're so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here. This is so fun.
An honor, a privilege. So many fun things. Almost like we've been talking for 45 minutes.
Almost.
No big deal or anything. No.
We're all pals now. You know everything about me, just about.
Yeah.
I am you're a little bit warmed up. All right, let's dive in.
Just a little bit. We've had
just a little
bit. Fine.
A little stretch before, you know.
Yeah, well, you got to warm it up.
It's always good. Yeah.
Always. Just like we've had a bit of a warm up for this season. We're on episode 4 of King of Drag now. We're over halfway or 2/3 of the way through the season now.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I want more King of Drag.
So much more, please. I was pleased that at the very start of it, they actually said how many episodes there were going to be. So there was no question about how far along we were and what was going to happen. But then you look at 6 and you look at how many of them you are, and my trauma flared up from Call Me Mother, where they're like a double elimination, then double elimination, and then another. Like, it's just day 1, 3 people go home, and then the next day 2 more, then the next day 2 more.
Yep.
Trauma. I feel for those kings. I feel for them big time.
Yeah. And we are going to talk to you about Call Me Mother and you and this episode, which was another great episode of King of Drag. Like,
they're all good.
They're all good. They're all good. All the kings are good. No one should have ever gone home on this season. Revry, why did you do this to us? Revry, why? Why
Revry,
did you
why?
send them home?
Why? But also thank you.
Thank you, but also why did you send them home? Justin Tuna, still. That's what I have to say. Anyway, we're going to get into this episode. I'm very excited to. But before we do, make sure to subscribe if you have not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. Currently, that is a whole lot of King of Drag. We've got interviews now with half the cast, which is very, very exciting. We're working on getting the other half, hopefully, fingers crossed. But we have talked to Tuna, we've talked to Buck, we have talked to Pressure K, we have talked to Henlo, and we have talked to Alexander the Great. That interview will be going up shortly after this episode recap goes up, so make sure to tune in to all of those. And all of our episode recaps so far. We also have our coverage of Drag Race All-Stars 10, Brazil, and France All-Stars, so make sure to check out the coverage of those available on the channel. And Drag Race Philippines fans, don't worry, we will be covering the cast assessment for Slation Royale coming out this week, so yes, we will be there. Make sure to check out the description below as well, where you can find our audio podcast links, where y'all are doing the damn thing over there, and we appreciate you very much. You can find our Patreon, our social media links, the links to all of our other YouTube channels. You can find Justin's links as well. Go tip him. Go support him. Go follow him. Go buy his merch. Because if you're not already following Justin, what are you doing? Successfully.
Give the king
quickly.
$1.
Give the
You're missing
king
all of that.
$1.
You're missing all of that sexy open shirt content.
Uh-huh.
Get it while it's hot.
And there's a lot of it, and it's hot.
There
So
is.
go do it. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can do it while we talk to Justin about Justin. So, Justin, what's up? How have you been since Call Me Mother?
Oh my God. Call Me Mother feels like a decade ago, but it was just 3 years, I think.
3 years, yeah.
What? Has it? Okay, 2022. Yes. Okay.
Two and a half-ish? Almost
I
3.
think. Yeah. Time. What is time anyway?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore.
I know. I've been so busy. I don't think I really expected to have much change, and I don't know how much of it I attribute. In hindsight, at the time, I didn't think that it was because of the show, but in reality, yes, absolutely, it was that people were hyped to see a drag king locally. I had somebody in my neighborhood. I live in a smaller neighborhood in South Delta, and I'm not in the big city, you know. And I had somebody come up to me as I was walking my dog and be like, because of the hair, I think they were just like, "You're Justin Abit," and I was like, "I'm not right now, but sure, yes, I am actually." But it just caught me so off guard to be pointed out in public. It just hadn't really happened, and that's been really wild. And it still continues to happen this many years after the show has aired. And then I was in Prince Rupert recently, and it came up. Oh, he was on TV, and it's like, well, what show is he on? Where can I watch it? And suddenly there's this uptick in viewership, and Prince Rupert watching Call Me Mother all of a sudden, you know, it's wild. I've been busy and then busier, and I'm now stinking busy. I feel blessed, booked, blessed, and stressed. That's the mantra. It's impossible for me to not be stretched. Stressed. I am stretched. Yeah, that's accurate. I'm I'm pouring my whole self into it. There's so many other things in my life that feel a little bit on hold for drag, because drag is, it's the thing I didn't know I needed for all those years while I was younger. So when I, like, now that I'm really sinking into it, it's like, give me more, give me all of it, give me production. I want backup dancers. I am still waiting. I need to have a lift moment where I hang backwards, safely put back down. I'm elderly, so I don't want to be thrown around too much, but I'm all about the production. I got to do a drag murder mystery recently where I had actual speaking lines, and that was super fun. The opportunities keep coming up, and I attributed a lot of it to friendships made, a lot of being professional, being nice, but also admittedly being very hot, very, very hot. And the best is walking into a room and somebody who's never seen a drag king before sees me, and they literally startle a little. They're a little like, oh my God. I like, every time this happens, I clock it immediately. I'm like, correct. Thank you. That's very nice. But then I follow it up with like, that's very nice. I'm not just throwing ego at them and be like, correct. It's more like, correct. That's very nice. Thank you. Like,
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to have your perspective for this season, because we actually were just talking to Pandora Knox, the winner of Drag Race Germany, the other day, and her partner, Liam Chocolate, who's a drag king. Please go check out that video if you're watching.
Love them.
But they brought up something really interesting. And I think you, having participated on a show with mostly drag queens, can maybe attest to this, but they talked about how the culture of competing on a show with drag queens is extremely competitive. And then watching King of Drag, it's like so supportive and everybody's like, how can I help you? And it's not really about the competition. So I'm wondering your perspective, having competed on Call Me Mother, are you seeing that kind of difference between the two shows?
Yeah, watching King of Drag is an emotionally corrective experience. Like, it is how it should be. On Call Me Mother, everybody, and I came into this so naive. I was like, because, everybody's like, it's not RuPaul's best friend's race. And I was like, what Call Me Mother surely is, like, we're all coming into this a little bit soft around the edges, here to be shaped a little bit, right? And that's what I really believed, because in our interviews and in our videos that we submitted, it was supposed to be like, why do you want this? My video, I literally screamed help. I wasn't not polished, but I still needed a lot of direction, and that's what I thought I was going there to get. But when I showed up on set, the way that everybody had already figured out the whole structure of the show, how this was going to go down, they're like, yeah, so seriously, okay, so doing the math, so and so is going, we have to get rid of this many people on this day, and like, I was in a tizzy. I was like, why do you all care this much? Don't you want to just like lean into it and have fun? And no, they wanted to win. Cool. Yes, absolutely. That should definitely be a part of it. But don't you also want to make connections with people and have fun and like call this a real life experience? Because you may only ever get Michaela, totally different story, gets to do it twice, but a lot of us may only get to do it once. Yeah. And so and I say that with a subtext of, I lost my shit during the show. I was in mental hell backstage because I didn't come prepared in a lot of different ways. I didn't know what to expect. Some performers had brought bags, suitcases of adornments and costumes to work on and things to fix while they were there. I didn't even bring extra. I literally brought my package. That was it. So on days where we had to do like quick drag and stuff like that, I was so unprepared. I wasn't prepared for the number of comedy challenges. Watching King of Drag now and watching how much comedy they're doing, and how during a couple of the final thrusts that have been comedy challenges, and And I think I would be panicking just as much. But the nicest thing that I'm finding about King of Drag is, and you see it a little bit more on some Drag Race now, but on King of Drag, these people are so vulnerable. Their emotions are at the surface. They're being shared. They're crying. People are rallying behind them. You see that a little bit more on Drag Race now. But when that was me on my show, yeah, it wasn't as well. Because I was doing well, I think people didn't understand that I was being my biggest critic. So even though I was succeeding and not in the bottom too much, I don't think I was in the bottom at all. Like, I think I was kind of safe, and then I was top. And why couldn't my brain see that I was doing well and relax? It was because I wasn't fitting in as well with the cast. Being my age, Pepper and I connected really quickly because we're similar age, and I don't know if that was the only reason, but we just had sort of a similar vibe. And the rest of the cast, I feel like they were there to be fierce, and they made connections and stuff, but I don't think I just didn't have that mindset. And so watching all of these kings be so honest about, I might be in the bottom. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm in the bottom. Or with Big D, who I wrote to recently, saying, like, we are so similar. We need to be pals. Like, we need to do shows together. They're so cool, and I relate to them so much. And I'm like, but you're sitting there being picked last, and you're being very honest. You're like, it doesn't feel great. Of course it doesn't feel great, but thank you for being honest about that. So you're not just brushing it off and saying, well, fuck these bitches, they don't know what they're missing, instead of saying it doesn't feel great, I feel a little alone, like I do this alone at home. And so them talking so plainly and openly about that, I love that. It normalizes that it's okay if you're feeling a little insecure. Just because you're on TV, it doesn't mean you're
not a real human.
Thank you, right?
Like,
yeah.
That's what it's felt like this entire season. That's why this show has felt so refreshing. And like, we love drag. We love Drag Race. We love all the drag shows. But there's been something so remarkably refreshing about this show. And I couldn't particularly put my finger on it until I just heard you talking about it, Justin. And it's this level of complete, just they're speaking as just humans.
Yeah.
Like Big D is talking about not feeling great about being picked last. Perka is talking very openly about being autistic, and just that's just a normal conversation topic. Whereas on any other show, it would be like, oh, well, how are you feeling about being autistic? No, it doesn't matter. Pressure K is getting help from other people and being very open and honest about it. And there's no like big production value about it. It's just happening, and it's not that big of a deal. And like, people are talking about their backstories, and it's not that big of a deal, and it's just being normalized. And that's what's different about this show. And that's what I'm loving about this show, is that everything is just being normalized.
Yes, exactly.
Beautiful to see. Like, it's nothing about this show feels forced.
No.
And that's what I like the most. It's just it's so refreshing to see.
Well, and you were talking about comparing the fact that I was on a show with queens and kings. I want to say things, but I don't know if anybody on the show identified as sort of a non-binary performer, specifically like in drag. But regardless, I like being compared to the queens felt so weird. It just didn't feel like the right fit. I don't know what I was expecting, but showing up and just putting what I had on the table, but doing it in a way that I'm watching these kings on King of Drag do, where I am like, I don't know, I'm having fun with this and giving it a shot and just trying to put my best foot forward and see what happens. And then, I'm going to have a little bit of a cry after because it's stressful. But everybody else it just seemed like they were all so self-assured. And I'm like, what has given you this confidence in this way? Because most of us are still baby performers, like most of us had maybe a year, 2 years under our belt at the time. And yet they're just like, I'm unstoppable and you can't tell me, and I've been robbed or whatever. Like they weren't, I'm not trying to negative talk anybody.
Oh yeah.
I was very like, wow, this is so different. Not that I didn't see it in Vancouver, but they all seemed, yeah.
From my perspective, having watched the show, naivete. Yeah. That's what it was for me. A lot of it was just youth and naivete. And that's no shade to anybody that was on the show. No,
that's it.
That's what it felt like to me. And it felt like, and this is no shade to Call Me Mother or production, because I did enjoy the show.
Yeah.
But it felt like when you went home, and we said it on our recaps here, but it was like, oh, they don't want a king in the finale. That's why they sent Justin home. Because otherwise, in my personal opinion, no shade. I'm going to say no shade to Weenie. Please, shade to Weenie. You should have won that damn season. Point blank and the period. You should have won that season.
Wow, thank you.
And in my opinion, this is my opinion.
I love how underscored this has to be. But they didn't. You don't feel that they did?
No, they didn't. Okay. They wanted a queen to win the season, and they didn't want a king to win the season, and that's why they couldn't let you in the finale, because you would have won. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think Toddy winning season 1 might have added this dynamic where we need to go like a completely, and I know you and Toddy are not the same,
not at all
aesthetic at all, but simply being born and socialized as a woman, that's enough of a similarity that I think they wanted to go a different route with their season 2 winner. River, you have something to say.
Because I'm glad you said the being socialized as a woman part. Yeah. Because when you ask that question about what was the difference that we feel with seeing a drag queen competition and a drag king, Justin, as someone that identifies as non-binary but was socialized, and I am seen by the world and treated as a woman, because people that don't know me, they don't know. They just see me as a woman because that's what I look like.
Yeah.
Do you think that has something to do with the different ways that community is created and the way that the artists interact? Do you think it's a difference of who was socialized as a man and who was socialized as a woman to bring up that self-assuredness that you brought up? It's like, it's very that to me.
It's so that.
Okay.
I mean, okay. No, you're not. I mean, think about, like, we're standing around in conversation as a cast out, when we were allowed to socialize. We would be hanging out, and everybody that was left after a certain point are talking about their horrible smelling tucking panties, and I'm looking at them all, and they're talking about hooking up on certain apps, and they're talking about there was so much cis gay man culture, which is absolutely valid, but I just could not relate on any level.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like the stay-at-home lesbian right now. What's happening around me? I don't have anything to say to you all. I have stuff to talk about. Can we not talk about stinky underwear? I don't know. Also, very TMI, I guess. One of the only cast members that, because of my cycle, I had my cycle twice while I was on the show. Mm-hmm. Like, nobody else has to deal with that necessarily.
The additional emotional and physical.
Just on top of it. Sorry. I don't know why I'm apologizing. It's just fact.
No, you have no reason to. It's just like, no, the Psy was just like on top of everything else in that competition. I'm just like, oh God, like knowing everything you went through. I'm like, oh God. And then that on top of everything. Oh, Justin, honey.
Like you would,
period.
Yeah, literally, period. Oh.
Literally, I would like go to put on a costume and you're, carrying extra float, and you're just like, this is not the vibe. And if you had a meltdown about it, it's also not cute. So you just I have a bouquet of neurodiversity. So or divergence, I should say, neurodivergence. So I struggled in a myriad of ways, and then that was just sort of like on top of it. And then and yeah, being socialized the way that I am, like you know what, that when we were talking about the confidence that they had, like you said, socialized as a woman, you are often, you're too sensitive, you're too this, you're too that,
Do
like
less. You're doing too much. Like,
all of
be
it.
smaller. Like, shut up. Don't give your
Yeah.
opinion. Whatever.
Oh,
You're wrong.
don't have too much of an ego. Definitely don't have too much of an
Yeah.
ego, right? And so I really felt like when I started doing drag, I was really leaning into finally discovering my confidence. And then I would be around drag queens and I would feel that confidence kind of get kicked down a little bit, not just on the show, but at shows. And, you know, it didn't help that I'm 5'6", and when those bitches put heels on, I'm like, hi, you know, you're very tall. I'm right at your boobs. Not a bad thing, but also hearing people call me adorable because I'm standing next to them and I'm, you know, below their shoulder. And so I started investing in tons and tons of platform boots because I'm like, I refuse to be that much shorter than them. But it's funny the thinking that goes behind that, and how when, you know, when people talk about my shoes, I'm like, yeah, well, I started doing it because, and I'm like, why am I even saying this? Like this, I haven't even untrained my brain from thinking in that way, that I was trying to take up space more. Yeah.
It's
so wild.
It's one of those things, as someone, and I love this term, and I'm stealing this from you, a bouquet of neurodivergence. I'm stealing that because that is the single best way I've heard anyone describe it, because I too have a bouquet of neurodivergence. But that is just how we have to untrain our brain in that way, is like we have to untrain our brain of like comparing ourselves to other people, and it's really hard. But
yeah,
as creatives, we have to learn to not compare ourselves to other people in that way, and it's really fucking hard
and
to
not internalize everything. Like
100%. It's really,
you don't need to
really
keep
hard.
anything that you don't want. If people throw something at you and you don't want to keep it, you don't have to. You just
it's really hard, but
it is. It is. Yeah, very hard to untrain that.
But just know you definitely had a really, really positive impact on a lot of people from just being on the show. Like you and Michaela were my two favorites from the show. Like there were a lot of people that I really, really loved watching on the show, and I think I speak for David as well.
Yeah.
Like you and Michaela were
my two favorites as well. Yes.
Yeah, like absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. Like I was like, who is he? I need to know who he is. Period. Point blank. We're rooting for Justin and Michaela. And then when y'all ended up in the same house with Peppermint, I was like, yes. Period. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Also, just we'll set all the way.
Period.
Yes. Oh my God. And Peppermint is such a powerhouse. Like we would be on camera and she would be ready and talking about all the things. And then the minute the camera was off of her, she's on her phone, doing the business, working the deals. And I'm sitting there watching her. First of all, I'm like, give me your phone, please. I'd love to check in some things. Right. We couldn't touch technology for so long. It was really hard. And I love watching them now, and they're given like a couple of things. We were given an iPod. It wasn't an iPod though. It was an MP3 player, I should say, that would overheat. So every time we had to listen to our music, it would overheat and shut down. And one person actually had it plugged in to charge, and it started smoking.
Oh my God.
Like, at the end of the show, so many of us said, like, we're trauma bonded. Like, it's
no.
And we stayed at the Travel Lodge, and we called it the Trauma Lodge. It was it was such a great experience. Like, regardless of the fact that I'm using the word trauma, it was actually such a cool experience. And I will always say, like, anybody asks, like, would you do it again? In a heartbeat.
I love
trials and tribulations. Everything we do that's hard just helps us grow, right? Like it's such a cool experience, and I'm so lucky that I got to experience it. And people would say not lucky, talented, deserving, whatever, and I'm like, no, lucky. Like luck plays a part, always. It's a gift. I don't know. Yeah.
Absolutely. And like you said, and as we kind of alluded to, someone from your cast did get a second shot, and we're very happy for Michaela.
Yeah.
So thrilled for her. How did you feel when we all found out collectively, oh my God, Michaela is gonna be on Drag Race? Holy crap. And then for her to do as well as she did. I
wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised in any way, not about either thing. I was more surprised to see her at Call Me Mother than I was to see her show up on Drag Race later. I was like literally looking at this. Okay, we had to do this one. Remember the I think it was a quick, like one of our mini challenge type of deals where we had to do our makeup like without looking in a mirror or something. And Amara and Michaela, fucking flawless.
Yeah.
And like the rest of us, what happened on your face, man? Like, did you hit a wall? And these two just looking like they could walk onto stage.
Yeah.
But that was the vibe when you met Michaela. It was very like, why are you here? I get why the rest of us are here, but you're in Isis Couture's house. You were the makeover person on one of her seasons, and it's like I feel like I don't know. It baffled me more to see her there. What's that?
You have a mother already.
Yeah.
Right.
Get out of here.
Right.
Still very new to it, though, is the crazy thing. She
was 19.
Yeah, and she started when she was 18. Like,
and then
like,
she would,
please,
for some reason, in the bottom every week.
So yeah, there was a lot. I wish I had watched the episode where you talked with her already. But I would love to hear how she felt about that, because I think we were all pretty surprised. I mean, honestly, I was surprised at a lot of things. I was surprised when a few of the queens went home early, and it came down to kind of like you dropped something on your runway. That's it. You're out of here. There's no hope for any kind of redemption. I'm just picking you. How awful does that feel? Like there's no real reason. Just bye.
Amara was one of those. Amara
was one of them, yeah.
In Seance, left way earlier than I expected.
Oh, did you ever talk to Seance?
No, I would love to.
Oh, you need to. I don't know if she'd want to talk about it actually.
That's fair.
But yeah, she was making a costume in her room, and the spray paint that she was using, I think, had like lead in it. I hope it's okay that I hope that this isn't a weird thing to share for her. But yeah, she ended up getting like lead poisoning, like minor lead poisoning, and having to go to hospital. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So she and I both did. I had to go to hospital because I got food poisoning. Right before the dance episode.
Good.
Yeah,
you were in the bottom 7, because there was a bottom 7. Because that's how crazy Call Me Mother season 2 was. Wild events. Bottom 7.
Anyway, oh my God. So we were talking about Michaela and the fact that she ended up on. I'm like trying to hold on to our tangent threads.
I love it. No, I love it.
Yeah. But I was really, really happy for her. Honestly, it felt very correct. And people are like, "Oh, Michaela's on drag." I'm like, "And you're shocked? Like you're surprised?" I'm not. Yeah. This is correct. This makes sense. Yeah, I'm really, really happy for her, and I'm really happy that she did well. It's only been a few years, but it feels like she continues to just keep coming into her drag in a really, really wonderful way. That sounded a little dirty too.
Wow.
Yeah.
She might not be the last from your cast on Drag Race. We'll see. I won't say anything else.
How do you all know this stuff? Like, I don't
It's all
understand.
alleged
We're in the know.
information. We don't know anything.
Everything is alleged information. It says so on screen currently, and we have some ins
Oh.
with some people, and we'll tell you after. Anyway, let's talk about this beautiful episode of Not Call Me Mother. Jesus Christ, we've been talking about Call Me Mother for so long. It's a King of Drag recap, everyone. It's episode 4 of King of Drag. We just came back into the man cave after our double elimination of Pressure K and Alexander the Great. Oh no, how horrible. I was really disappointed with both of them being not in the competition anymore. But what a great first 3 episodes. I mean, come on now. Hello. Yes.
Yes. Can we also talk about the theme song, because I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I want it to be played every time I walk onto a stage because I can't because I'm not on the damn show. It's so good. It's so satisfying, and it's so nice to have something like so special for the Kings. It's so good. I love it.
I don't think we've talked about it yet.
No, I don't think we have.
About what?
The
theme song?
Oh, specifically. We talked about the production and like the campiness of the production just in general, but not specifically.
Oh yeah, the theme song is killer. Love the theme song.
It's really good.
It's so good.
I feel like watching King of Drag is rewiring my brain in so many ways. I am really enjoying specifically the fact that we have to watch it live. And so like when we go to commercials, I go and like, I need to go to the bathroom, and then I go, and then I wait to hear the song. And then when it starts, I'm like, I'm running to the couch. I'm like, oh my God, it's back. Yes. And it's bringing back like memories of when I used to wait for like my shows to come on when I was and it's giving me that joy of like watching something live. Like I don't know. It's a different experience of watching a show, and I'm loving it.
I love
that. I bought a subscription. Full T. I had to because I have been when it started. I was in Prince Rupert, I think, or possibly whatever. In the month of June, I wasn't home any weekend at all, so I wasn't able to start watching it until this weekend. So I just binged the first 4. And it was so satisfying, and it made me like sad in ways, but like that's the duality of life, you know. I'm both incredibly happy for these people and so sad that I don't get to be in it. I don't get to like be a part of it because it's what I was expecting when I went to Call Me Mother, when I'm seeing these folks go through and the connection and even them sitting when Pressure was like, this is the most makeup I've ever used. Like I don't really do makeup. And everybody's like, yes, do it. Like you're doing so well. And them just cheering him on. Like, it's just, so yes, that I want all of that. I'm a little greedy. I want that, but you can be happy. Version. Well, I mean, they talked about this year for sure only being American, like, because we were all looking at applying. And I don't think you can't open it up to like all North America. Way too many people would apply. It would be crazy. It's
Why
nice
not,
that it's
Revry?
Do a Canadian one though, and
Revry. With travel things, I think there is a good reason to not do it. But
okay, Revry, at some point, Revry.
Let's do it.
Revry, I'm looking at you.
Also,
but don't put it in Toronto.
Like having to fly people from other places, like there's a whole. But
I see it, but
Revry. No, I wanted to franchise like Drag Race did. That way I have more seasons I could watch.
Yes. Canada's King of Drag.
Yes, the C cod.
It would have to follow the same because it's Canada's Drag Race, so it would have to be
Canada's
King of Drag.
Absolutely,
it only would feel correct. It can't be King of Drag Canada. It would have to be Canada's King.
Let's not overcomplicate the whole formula. Let's just like we don't have to reinvent every wheel. Can we talk about though, like, how do you feel about the final thrusts? do you feel that they are like a fair final challenge? That they're different every time? That it's
Yeah.
like you have to do a full minute of stand up, do it, write it now, and it's like no pressure. This is just win or lose, you know. Holy shit, man! It's bad enough when you have to like lip sync, which is something most of
Yeah.
us do. But not all of us are comedy performers. Although it seems like all of these kings are. Like they all just seem, yeah, no worries. I will absolutely.
Not all of them though, because like,
No,
some of
well,
them were like, because Molasses, especially during the comedy week, was like, "This isn't what I do," and then comes out and kills the comedy challenge, which is like fine,
right?
whatever.
Yeah,
You know, I think overall for me at least, I'm like 2 for 3 on the final thrusts.
yeah.
The one that we talked about that I didn't particularly love actually was the stand-up one.
Mm.
Because I just think stand-up comedy, I think a stand-up routine in 1 minute is virtually impossible to do.
Yeah.
I think I like that it's been different every week, and I like that it matches whatever the theme of the week is, but I wish that that specific one would have been something different. Like that's like I wish it would have been another comedic based. Like I wish it would have been something improv based or something
Or
like
tell us
another, yeah,
tell
like
us a
something
minute's
else.
worth of dad jokes or something, or like
Sure.
tell us as many jokes as you can in a minute. Doesn't have to be stand up, just as many.
Yeah.
Because when people think of like stand up requires finessing. Like you need
Yeah.
to have the joke and then smooth it out so there's not as many words to
Right.
get to the punch and all of that stuff, right?
Right.
That's not easy to do in a minute.
No.
Woof.
Like I
Yeah.
liked last week's with the death scene. Like I really liked that one. The breakdancing in week 1 was like fine. You know,
Yeah.
it was fine. I really liked last week's the most personally. That's how I felt on it. But I think overall they're fine. It's the thing that I would like to see workshopped the most for season 2.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe some consistency, maybe.
Yeah. I
Maybe.
appreciate
I
that
don't
they're
know.
trying to do something different though than like
Yes.
having a lip
100%.
sync. And
Yeah.
I have already said, and I think I think it's partially because of a budget reason where they can't afford to pay for the songs for lip sync. So like they have to do something.
Well,
Because
that's
me
fair.
personally, I would love to see male vocal songs be lip
Yeah.
synced to. Like please.
I want to
As
see.
a fan of drag, I want to see that. But
I want to see the theme song for White Lotus be the first song that they have to lip sync to, and it's just all tongue work. Just this has been. I've done this on TikTok a few times. I'm like tongue exercises, like it's just. And let's see who wins. Maybe they're all songs that you don't lip sync to, but you have to get creative to it because I feel like they did Phenomena on Drag Race once, and it was my favorite lip sync ever.
Come on,
because it was so stupid. It was like Phenomena, you know, like what are you gonna do? And then you have to make up shit in between. So there's still improv. You're still lip syncing. And the reason, like I completely agree with you, River. Like it's something different. And you can't just follow the same formula because then you're following the formula and what sets your show apart. But at the same time, as a drag performer, that's what we fucking do. You know, like that's what most of us do all the time. Whereas like we might dabble in the other stuff.
Except Big B, I guess.
That's why you're booked for that. You know, like I think I would like the Kings to have a chance to showcase what they actually are booked for usually.
Yeah.
In the real world. So like a lot of like for example, a lot of queens that don't do well on their season of Drag Race, for example, but are able to show their lip sync abilities, they still get booked. So I want the Kings to have the same opportunity.
Exactly. So that would be nice because I know on my season with Call Me Mother, same thing. I was like, you know, sitting there quietly. When are we gonna lip sync anything? Because you know that's kind of
even
a pretty big part of this.
If they can't afford the songs, they could have done like spoken word themes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, what I've been waiting to see a drag program do, and the closest I've gotten is Phenomena. I want to see a drag program do a lip sync to the Wii theme music. Like I want the Wii menu theme I've seen drag performers do it. I've seen drag performers in my community do it. And it's just like the like, or like the Nintendo theme music. Like I want, like being a nerd, like I want something like that. And that kind of goes along with like what you were talking about with like White Lotus. Like like something dumb. Like make it dumb.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. Like make it dumb.
Or if they make it like lip syncs to Weird Al songs, which is like different versions.
Sure.
Like, and it's a male artist. I don't know, something, I don't know. Something that goes with the theme of like the campiness of the show, and it makes sense.
Exactly. I do feel as a drag artist that I didn't get to lip sync enough, and I'm a good lip syncer. I connect with my audience. I have good mouth, as that one judge said. You know, I give good mouth. I think, you know, and there's like the subtle little eye things that you can do during a lip sync. Hey,
what? Was it Rosie Perez who said that?
Oh yes,
you give good mouth.
You give good mouth. Yes, it was such. It was
Trinity K. Bonet.
Trinity K. Bonet. Yeah.
Wow, good memory.
Mouth.
I can remember the things, but not who. Yeah.
Good job, David.
Well done. You're hired.
Good job, David.
Stay on as the fact checker. Do it. Well done. That's so good.
That is indeed our, like, that between the two of us. That's usually our job here. It's one of the two of us usually. So good job.
Well, that actually really ties into the episode too, because they had to do the Drag King history.
It was Jujubee.
That
was wrong. I failed. It was Jujubee.
Oh no!
Oh no! Because
I got half of it right.
Yeah, because she
got half
like,
of it.
Jujubee. Right. Yeah, because I remember distinctly. She goes, "Jujubee, you give good mouth," and it's a very distinct way that she says it. And Jujubee's just like
mouth. Yes,
mouth.
She gives good mouth. Mouth.
She does. Love Juju.
But yeah, like the whole. Sorry, yeah, I totally segued us.
Oh no, and I want you to. I love it. Big
the
fan.
History. I would fail so hard. And I'm a fan of the Drag King history page. I know a bit about the. Yeah, well, like they have a webpage and
they gave the URL
book.
Too.
And they have YouTube, like a movie that they did for their anniversary a little bit ago. One of my friends in Vancouver is in it because Crema is a Vancouver king who was like Mr. Gay Vancouver in the 80s. Oh. She was like Mr. Gay Vancouver 5 or something like that. I was Mr. Gay Vancouver 41, I think. I should know. Why don't I know my own number?
It is 41 because I just made sure that we followed you on Instagram, so I just made sure. And
thank you. It's like 41. It's in my.
It sure is.
Hey, so she came like 40 years before me, and like the way she describes Vancouver scene is crazy. Like they were having shows at the Commodore and at Celebrities, which is essentially a straight bar now, which is annoying. They would put on these huge productions and have so many backup dancers, massive props. They were lighting themselves on fire. Insane, the production. And when you were Mr. Gay Vancouver, it really meant something in the city. You had to properly campaign. You were putting up posters. It was a big deal. And, less so now. People have kind of fallen out of, I guess, care. I don't know. But they don't care about the titles and stuff like that so much. It just matters if you're on a competition show now. It's not so much about being an ambassador and fundraising in the city and stuff. Although it continues, and I love that people continue it. But Crema is the reason. I love this fact about her. She's the reason in Vancouver, well, at least one of the main reasons, that women are allowed in the queer bars, in the gay bars. Because when she was Mr. Gay, at the time, all of the gay bars had, like, they didn't allow women. It was no fish signs on the door, and because she was Mr. Gay, they let her in and wanted her to come in for the clout. But they would like make her friends come in the back door or not at all. And so she would put her foot down and say, absolutely not. If you want me to come to your establishment, they're coming too, and we're walking in the front fucking door. And like that was her, you know. She's wild. I have so many stories about her. I won't go into it. But anyway, like, so she's a part of drag king history, and she was in that movie. But like that's the thing, is I know some stuff, but the real nitty gritty history stuff, woof. And I don't know if it was because of that movie that they mentioned in the episode. The started with a
The
V.
documentary.
Yeah.
I wrote it down. Wait, I wrote it down because I want to watch it later. Wait,
I do
Same.
too.
We all wrote it down.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have the
It's a
episode
race.
up.
It's a race to.
I was like, Viper Boys?
Venus Boys.
Who won?
With a
Was
Z.
it me or River?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it was River.
I'm
Point
competitive.
River.
Right? I was like,
Point to River.
I want to watch this now, but I wonder how much of that knowledge is in that documentary, because the fact that they could remember like the first, what was it, Indigenous male impersonator, the year that it was, all of that stuff.
I really need to know whether they were given like what
study prompts,
Kings,
right?
Kings, because I know y'all are watching this.
Yeah.
Kings.
What?
Y'all
how do we
need to let
learn?
us know. What study guides did y'all get from King of Drag? What were the study guides? Can we get the study guide? I would like to have all the tea. I need to know all the history, because now after seeing this Weenie challenge, I'm like, I would like to learn the history. Like, I need to go do my history, because I knew none of this really, and I need to go do my history, because all of this was so fascinating to me, and like I love learning more about our queer history, and I felt a little embarrassed, honestly, as a queer person, that I didn't know more about our drag king history. And I'm like, okay, I need to start educating myself more about this stuff. So thank you,
I'll tell you,
for completely embarrassing me,
right?
My drag king knowledge.
As a drag king, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, I'd fail that. Oh my God, what are they asking? I am so glad.
As a former teacher, I don't consider, once a teacher, always a teacher, but as a non-active teacher currently, the first step to learning is admitting that you don't know something. So like,
okay, cool.
Yeah. When you think of it that way, you're like, okay, admitting that I don't know something is giving me the space to actually learn about that. So and so you go and do it. You know what I mean? You can see it in a different perspective. You're like, okay, I have an opportunity to learn more about whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that a lot. That's a lot. That's very graceful. I love that. That gives grace. That's nice. Yeah.
When you have to get students out of a mental space, a bad mental space, you learn a few things, you know.
Totally.
That's awesome. I love that.
You gotta give them
something. So it ultimately, so we get the Weenie challenge with.
Can I just say, because it was one of my favorite things it was one of the funniest things, because I love Murray. But when he came in and he said, he was introducing the challenge, and he said, you got to know your history, or looking at this group, your history. And I'm like, that's.
Yes.
He really
gender inclusivity. Period.
Yes.
He looked at all of them and said, they, them.
They. He said, they. We just talked about that too.
Did I miss, I don't recall seeing them really talk about their pronouns, especially out of drag.
Episode 2. The start of
episode
2.
Yeah. They did briefly, but
because
it's a lot of information.
Because you just binged it all. The start of episode 2, they run through everyone's government names, for lack of a better term, and pronouns.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. It's a lovely, sweet discussion about all of that.
We have a few they thems. It's not everyone, but we do have a few.
Yeah, it's not everyone.
Well, I know
but it's
Molasses is even them, they them in drag.
In drag.
Yeah.
Which I never remember.
Oh.
Yeah, I never remember either. Yeah.
I will have to go back and rewatch that.
Yeah.
But I think we had he hims, we had she hers, and we had she theys and he theys. I don't
there's
a lot of a good mix of everything.
the gender diversity is absolutely gorgeous on this cast. Like it's
Yeah.
phenomenal how much gender diversity we have on this cast. It's
I
Revry
liked.
again.
Well done. Well done. Yes,
Well done.
representation is so good.
Absolutely.
I liked how with when Perk was talking about when they were talking about prom and stuff, they're like, I did the typical lesbian, drag king, trans man, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
pathway kind of thing.
That was one of my
Yeah,
favorite things.
so valid, so valid. Like so, me finding drag at my age, it was so funny. I was very like, I'm turning 40. I'm just gonna love who I am at this point. Like this is just who I am now. Like it's fine. Love your body and all of the things you hate about it. It's okay. Like turn it around on itself. And then I discovered drag and all of this terminology around gender that I had no previous education on, and the way that it flipped my entire perspective of myself on its head, that I'm like, am I trans? I don't know. And I'm not quick to make decisions ever in life. So it's sometimes I'm 2 feet forward, and other times it's like, this deserves a bit of a thoughtful process here.
Yeah.
And with this, like immediately I know, learning the term, I know I am gender fluid. However, like the way that trans mask speaks to me is something that's pretty undeniable, but I'm still very cautious to announce or say anything about it until I feel very sure in my heart. But there's this like 90% of me that's screaming it, and the other 10% is like, just wait a minute, just think on it more. And I'm like, I don't know, man. But like I grew up as a tomboy, so and I had boobs when I was so young. And as much as I like boobs on other people, on me, they were this curse that I had. So the whole idea growing up that I had to live with these things. And I was like, I just want to like bro out and talk about dumb, stupid shit. And bro out's probably the wrong term, but do you know what I mean? Like, I just want to
I get it. Yeah.
It's definitely the wrong term. It's not the vibe I'm trying to give off, but at the same time, I played GI Joes, and I had mostly male friends, and mostly because I just related to them more. I don't know. And then but you get to this age, and you get these terms, and you think, okay, I have to rethink everything and kind of unpack everything. So it was really cool to hear him talk about that, because I had seen it a little bit. And this is an interesting thing in drag, especially drag kings, is how, and drag queens, how your gender becomes your drag as well. You see people, and they just kind of look like themselves, because you're just a beautiful woman. You're just a gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful woman, like the Girlfriend Experience. Gorgeous, beautiful woman. Right?
I love her.
Mhm.
I love her so much. I love her.
Very
so much.
scrumptious. Yes.
Oh, and an angel in person. An angel. Like I adore her.
Yeah. And it's just interesting, again, from the perspective of my autism is watching and breaking everything down into facts and categories. It's like, okay, so again, when I was like, what makes it drag? Is it when you're doing over the top stuff? Like we watched Victoria Scone, AFAB, go in with this way crazy over the top drag. Amazing. And people read her because she was a woman, and it's like, well, that's not, she's doing drag. Like, look at her. And then on the flip side of it, beautiful trans woman, just being absolutely snatched, gorgeous, everything. And nothing's really over the top except for how naked she is. And like, it's just a different expression of drag. So it's really hard to define it, I find, in a clear way, but I don't know. Sorry. Like this conversation topic I could talk about for days. I find it so interesting. But back to the episode.
And the beauty on that too is like, that's for me what separates fans of drag and I'm gonna say it, fans of Drag Race, honestly. Because the people that
or just fan of drag competition shows if that's the only way that you consume drag.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
If you only consume
if you don't consume drag in any other
if you consume drag on TV, then I feel like you have such a narrow-minded view of what drag is, and so you have almost sterilized view of what drag is. So you view it as this almost I guess for lack of a better term, binary view that drag is this very closed off kind of situation, and this is what drag is, and drag is what's presented on TV. But in reality, like what you're saying, drag is so expansive that it is drag is a spectrum. Drag everything from what you present to what Big D presents to what Molasses presents to what, and then flipping it onto the queen side, from what, as we saw in this episode, Carmen Carrera, to the girlfriend experience, to people like Jackie Beat and Sasha Velour and Gottmik, and you look at queens like Maureen San Diego, and then you look at Bianca Del Rio, and you see there's the spectrum of drag is so wide. I said Jackie Beat.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
Yeah.
She was one of the first. I was like, let me mention all the people that were on this episode because very excited to talk about all them. But the whole expanse of drag is so vast that drag is such a beautiful spectrum, and all it is playing with gender. That's all drag has ever been. So for people to put drag in such a box and to view it as this sterilized thing that you see on TV is so frustrating to me, when in reality what drag is an individualized experience for each person to express gender in the way that they want it to. Why do you care, person watching, how anyone expresses their drag? It is the way that they're expressing it. Enjoy it or not, frankly, it's not for you. It's for them.
Yeah. And it's art. It's art. And it's subjective. There's always going to be a performance. There are performances that I watch that I'm it's not for me, but I'm not going to shit on it. It's not for me to hate it or say that it's less than. It's just not my taste or what I want to watch. And that's okay. You're allowed to have the style, much like you would watch I don't watch Big Brother, but millions do.
Gag them. Thank you. I love it.
I just love that. That's the reference you brought up.
So good.
Just because David and I are big.
I was waiting for you to say Big Brother or Love Island.
Right.
I almost said Love Island. That was the first one that came to mind, and I was I don't know anything about that show. But I watched my mom and sister do Big Brother. They do The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and I was just I don't know how you can spend your time watching this. It's just not for me, you know?
I get it. No, but I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. And but who am I to take that away from you? It's just
exactly.
You do you, boo.
I do have one little funny trail off of something that Logan said, talking about people who consume a lot of televised drag show but don't go out to support it locally. I will be very honest. I do not go out to drag shows anymore, but that is because drag shows are at bars, and as somebody who does not drink and does not like being around that, we really need more drag opportunities.
Well, what about brunches? You can hit up a brunch.
Those are very rare here, though.
Are they?
I was going to say his specific community doesn't have them.
Oh, well, okay. Come to Vancouver. They're literally everywhere. They're just you can't walk a block without finding a drag brunch. So
I'm in the buckle of the Bible Belt, so very conservative town.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. So that makes sense that it would be primarily at bars. Okay. Yeah.
And that's not me shitting on David either, because I know David consumes all the good drag when he can, and it's emphasis on when he can. But
I did it a lot in my 20s. I did it somewhat in my 30s. In my 40s, I'm like, I'm good. I don't want to go out.
It's also about people that have the opportunity, live in places that have the opportunity to do that don't. If you live
100%.
like me, I live in a like it's a big city. It's the biggest city in my state, but it's 80% conservative. So like, you know what I mean? We don't have many options. But when we do, I do everything to go. Like I'm traveling to a different state, taking a 2-hour bus to go to a drag show on Saturday.
Yeah.
What?
You know what I mean? But that's what I'm doing. But not everyone can do that. So
exactly.
No.
The shade is for the people that can and don't.
The shade is for the people who can and don't, for sure. Like locally here, I mean, even myself as a drag performer, the way that I would love to go and support other shows.
Oh yeah.
I can't. When am I going to?
Because you don't drink, or like because the sound is too loud for you. Like whatever.
The shade is for the people who can and don't, and also for the people that want to be online and criticize every move that a drag performer on TV makes. Let me make that clear. But to talk about the episode, no, I love this discussion. This is a discussion that needs to happen on platforms like this and platforms in general. So thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
This is a gorgeous discussion.
Mm-hmm.
But to recap the Weenie challenge, Charles wins.
Right.
Yay.
They did just to they did play in 2 groups, and like it was a full.
Everybody
really
knew their facts somehow.
But it was really
Crush
fun
versus Homework Hunks.
Sure.
What was it again?
Team Schoolboy Crush. It was Perka, DVD, and Big D, and then Homework Hunks was Henlo, Charlie, and Molasses.
Nice.
I thought it was shady that Big D said, "Oh, I see who's in my group. I have to carry the group," and then they lost by 1 point. So,
but they did. You know what probably happens like behind the scenes, that comment probably came after the episode when they were talking about like, okay, we had a conversation. Both of them were like, did not do the homework. We are totally lost. And looking at them with the big puppy dog eyes, like, you know stuff, right? And that's probably what happened if I was playing devil's advocate kind of vibe. But
totally.
You know, but you know, Big D kind of did carry it. No, like they really did. Yeah.
Oh no.
Like we found out that she used to be an English teacher. Like I get it. She was prepared. She,
Oh yeah, no. I'm just.
She wrote the homework.
For the sake of being shady.
Okay. Question for you all: who was the first drag king to run for mayor in New York City?
Murray Hill.
Murray.
Good job.
I love that.
Not to age anyone here, but it was the year I was born.
Oh.
Wow.
1997.
I was 17.
Okay.
I was 17. I was a teenager. I was already doing bad things.
Yeah.
You almost could have voted for Murray.
I almost could have.
341 votes. Not very many.
Good for him. Well,
I love Perka talking about how he wasn't alive yet, but his parents were in New York.
His parents could have voted for Murray.
Like, especially hearing about Perk's family dynamic, then hearing that, it the way that he laughed about it definitely felt like, that would have been so great.
But yes, then we find out our and we had Moby Dick as our substitute teacher for the day. How fun!
Yes,
how wonderful. Yeah. Oh, I have the visual of Moby Dick. How lovely!
This wig.
So much.
I love the wig. I love the wig.
Yeah.
Because then we had
literal helmet.
Oh yeah, the helmet. I'm like, how much hairspray did he use on this wig? That's the question.
That's probably it's giving hard cap. It's giving like one of those ones you can throw down a hallway. It never needs to be restyled. Yes, please. I don't want wigs that I have to fix. It's not in my wheelhouse.
No, never,
No.
never. But we then get an entrance from
The nurse.
Oh, no big deal, just Nurse Carmen Carrera, and I was like, and
I
so
don't-
was
he-
everyone else.
Did he ask for a box with her, or did he just be like, "No, I'm at the right height. This is correct. I'm happy here."
I think he
Like-
was at the right height.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
he was
good.
fine. He was
At the
fine.
right
Yep.
place at the right time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The way Molasses specifically
Yes.
fell out, he was just like literally, and I was gagged that it was Molasses of all people. Mostly, he literally like had an out of body experience
Yeah.
seeing Carmen Carrera walk in. I was like, but I was also like, same. Because like
Oh,
I
yeah.
wasn't expecting Carmen Carrera to walk into the man cave, but great. So happy to see Carmen here. Because I forgot that it was Revry that
Right.
produces Drag Latina.
Yeah. And she was
which
on the World Pride Ball.
Yes, she
that we
sure
watched.
was.
So
Ah.
Revry loves Carmen Carrera.
Yes, and so do we. And speaking
Yes,
of
big
the World
fan.
Pride Ball, speaking of the World Pride Ball, go check out our interview with Laomi. No big deal. Name drop. Go check out our interview with Laomi, available on the channel right now. But yes, Carmen Carrera is here because she's A, guest judging, B, asking Murray to prom. Oh,
That was so cute.
And genuine
It's
feeling.
one of
It felt so
the things I love about
genuine.
the show.
it felt so
Yeah.
adorable and cute. I loved it.
Yes.
We'll have to talk about how this episode ends.
Oh, yes.
we will. Oh, we will.
Yes.
But yes, we find out. I just needed to show the visual of Carmen because I loved Carmen.
Of course.
I've been
Because
enjoying it since you put it up.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see more of
Not
her
mad
later,
about
so
it.
don't worry. We'll see more of her later, don't worry. But we find out that the Beefy challenge is prom night. We're doing nautical prom because why?
Because let's just take two completely opposing things and smash them together for a theme. Yep.
Like
Sounds like drag. Sounds like drag.
celebrity, like King of Drag, celebrity impersonation and talent show. Sure.
And they did such a good job with their impersonations. And then you have to do your talent on top of it. No big deal.
And comedy on top of that.
Right?
Baby, it was so much.
It was so much. But this theme was really interesting and people really pulled it off. Did you have favorites? What were your favorites?
We have the visuals,
Yeah, we'll
so
get
we
it-
will talk
We'll get
about
into it. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
good.
curious,
Cool.
do you have like a theme that you think you would go with if you had to do a nautical?
Nautical prom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? It would take me a while to think about it because I would not want to do something too predictable,
Right.
like a hot pirate kind of vibe. But that's the first thing that jumped into my head was, well, I'd be a pirate, obviously. And sorry, my dog has come to say hello.
Oh,
Hi.
good.
Oh,
Hello.
more than welcome.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
He's-
we love dog cameos.
He's adorable. He's perched up. You want to come down? Nope, he's good. All right, you're
Okay.
good.
Love that for him.
Anyway, that would be my first instinct, and then I would probably be like, nope, everybody would do that. Need to flip that on its head.
Yeah.
What could it be? Actually, what the fuck am I saying? As I look up, I just did a photo shoot for King Triton. I built a really beautiful, in my opinion, but also I've been told, King Triton look. I heard a song, I heard Bon Jovi Runaway on the radio, and I was like, tell me this isn't exactly King Triton singing about his runaway daughter. No one heard a single word she said. Like, come on, man. That's the one.
Nice.
Wait. I'm looking at it right now.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'd probably do a spin on. I'd probably do King Triton-esque ish. I'd be like the instead of like going to the prom, I'd probably be chaperoning the prom, and keeping everybody, all the humans over there and all the fish over here, obviously. And then I learn better that everybody should just commingle and be happy. It'd be a whole arc. Yeah.
I was thinking of doing a character, like doing a dress or like an outfit inspired by Dory from Finding Nemo, and then doing a speech where you just like forget everything that you're saying. Like you start something and then you stop and then you forget and then you start again.
Oh my god!
That's very clever. I like that.
I like
that. Would be really good. That'd be really good.
I thought it would be really fun. I don't know exactly how I would execute it, but I think it would be really fun to, like, if your whole concept and outfit would be an anchor.
Yeah.
Like, I would be kind of inspired by, because I'm a Pokemon nerd, so my entire inspiration would be Delmise, the Pokemon, which is literally just an anchor. So I don't necessarily, like, I would do like a pantsuit where like it looks like you're an anchor, so I'd like waddle out and then it would reveal to be pants. And so it would just be like an anchor on either side. And like, I don't like fashion anchor is kind of like how I would go about it.
Okay.
And then like my hair would be like the top of the anchor. So it would kind of be like the onk that Yua Hamasaki did on Drag Race. Like that's kind of the vibe that I would be going for. Like something along those lines. Like that's kind of like fashion anchor is what I would think. Because I'm like, that feels nautical, but like no one else is going to do an anchor. Mm-hmm. No one is going to think to do anchor, but that's kind of where my mind went with it. I don't know.
Love it.
Yeah. David.
What about you, David?
I think maybe an anglerfish with the like glowing thing.
Yes.
And just lean into being an ugly fish that maybe can't see, like, where am I? It's too bright.
And then your speech is just like, where am I? Huh? Okay, I kind of like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we talk about the looks, did we have anything that stood out to us in the actual getting ready segment?
Yes. Okay.
I
did love. We did get a lot of backstory and like just. Their phone probably died.
Oh yes. So we will go on
or reheated, but
we'll continue on for a second.
We'll see if he can come back, right?
Yes.
But we did get a lot of stories about the many of the different kings of their high school experiences and like coming out, prom experiences. We got a lot of that, but and I really loved seeing more from all of them and getting to know them better. But Big D was sharing his insecurity a little bit with like being on the show and feeling like he didn't really match up and like didn't really live up to everyone else.
And then deserve to be there almost. Kind of
very like self-sabotage, inner saboteur kind of thing. And then I just loved that when he shared that, everyone started chanting like, one of us. One of us. It was like it was just so. They were just so. That was such a warm moment, and I loved it. I loved it so much.
Same.
And then also, Perka coming in with the quotes every episode. Because he was talking about like how he was judged before by his biological family, and then how he's judged by his chosen family, and he said, I love that I'm not judged for my sexuality, but for my sign. Like that is so real.
Yes, because same.
And then we had who was it, Dyke and Molasses coming out as non-committal Geminis. Which I appreciate the honesty, because as someone that has dated a non-committal Gemini, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely they are.
So Justin, did the phone die?
Yep.
You were all like, Justin died. Got it.
Oh no.
Literally relocated because I was like, oh my god, where do I even plug in a phone where I am right now? Jeez. Then I was assaulted by my closet.
No.
It literally grabbed me as I was walking past. So yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
No, never any drama around here at all. At
No.
all.
Never.
Now we're just gonna
No
wait
drama.
for the earbuds to die.
Right, I'm
Literally.
like, no, don't wish harm on Justin. How dare
Don't
you?
manifest it. Stop it.
No.
Words have power.
Words
Is my
have
lighting
power.
okay here? It's not too
Yeah, you look-
homophobic.
Yeah.
You still look hot. That's all that matters.
Thank you.
So, yeah. No problem.
Yeah.
But we also had the last thing that stood out to me was when they were finishing getting ready, and Big D was talking about how he really, like, he got critiques of like the polish of the look and all of that, of like being clean and polished and that kind of feedback. And he was talking about how that was kind of frustrating because it's like, yes, you need to polish your drag to a certain degree, but also he was like, that's not who I am. I'm a messy king. That's how I like to present in a way.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like feeling the pressure of like having to adapt to the feedback, but also wanting to be himself. And he was kind of like talking about how he was willing to like take the risk of like maybe taking a little bit of the feedback, but like still be himself in a way, which I really appreciated, like that mindset of I'm still going to be me.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Sasha was also being pretty kind in that it's like you need to polish a little bit more, like it's maybe, but I think this was a couple of episodes ago where Sasha gave that feedback.
Yeah.
And then there was some growth, which is nice. So they were also getting recognition for the fact that you did elevate. Like, look at these little touches and whatnot.
One of the moments that stood out to me, though, was DVD was talking. He said that parents tell their kids what to do, and it's out of a place of their own insecurities.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
which I
was-
thought was
yeah.
very profound. But then he talked about a story of putting on a drag opera in Minnesota and having his mom travel all the way from St. Louis to go there and
I loved it.
watch the drag opera, and even said
Oh,
nice things
yeah.
about his cat. And I was like, this is so sweet, and I'm so jealous because I would love to have that sort of thing for my parents. But yeah, I just like it's sometimes growth just takes a while, and it sounds like maybe his parents aren't all the way there, but that's a huge step.
Yeah.
And I hope that for everyone, including you, David, because I know your situation, and I see that for you. Eventually, I see it. I'm manifesting.
But the way I
Yeah.
thought of you immediately, David,
I did too.
when he was sharing that story because of the place, because of the whole like evangelical like religious background, I'm like, yep, I immediately thought of you.
I'm like literally Missouri parents. I was like, oh, David.
Right.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
David.
But I'm not out to my parents. That's the only difference, I guess, really.
Yeah.
I do find that this whole notion of parenthood, and I've seen this happen. My sister just had a baby recently, and it was like if you're having a child with any kind of expectations, you shouldn't maybe have a kid.
Yeah.
They're gonna be who they're gonna be, and if you're not prepared to love and accept them for exactly who they turn out to be, short of a serial killer, obviously, but like even there's probably like I still love my kid. I don't maybe like what they're doing, obviously, but they're still my kid. And that should always be the first thought that crosses your mind. And I don't understand these people who have kids and they're like, no kid of mine's doing that. I'm like, why? Like, why? It doesn't. Anyway.
Yeah.
I loved that part. That was really sweet. Any time that somebody tells me about the healing story, you're just like, yes.
Mm.
Sorry for all the shaky cam.
Oh.
Moving. We lost our stability.
We're making it work.
Well, we know about losing stability.
We're going to
We
give them
shall.
an arm exercise.
Right. Right. This is going to be a lovely exercise for the rest of the pod. Well, I say with that in mind, I think we should, unless David has one more thing. Sorry.
One little funny thing. So when Perka was talking a little bit about his look, he said he's going to be serving fish, and then he's like, "That's a pun. Don't cancel me. That's a pun."
It truly was the autistic reflex of don't cancel me. Don't. I'm making a joke. Don't do it. I was like, I see it. I feel it. I understand it. I'm like, I get it. I see what I'm doing here, but it's the immediate. I know what I'm doing. You don't have to say it. I see it. I know it. Don't. Get it? And I was like, yes, Perka, I see you. I see you. So
you're like, you don't have to police me. I police myself. You're fine.
Literally, it's like it's the bouquet of neurospicy going on. I'm policing myself. I see it. I understand it. Y'all don't have to say it. I know.
Nope.
I know.
No.
But
yeah.
Now, with all of that being said, I think now we can talk about our beautiful, lovely kings. But first, our beautiful, lovely judges on display here tonight. Tenderoni, Sasha Velour, Carmen Carrera, out of nowhere, Jackie Beat.
Love it.
Yes. And this lovely, beautiful man, I don't remember his name.
There was a Brian in there, I think.
There's a Brian and a Michael?
He was from We Are, wasn't he? From the pirate
Michael
show.
Smith.
Our Flag Means, wasn't it from Our Flag Means Death?
That was somebody last week. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got. See, this is what happens when you binge. Yeah.
This is Brian Michael Smith. From 911 Lone Star.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But
can I just say that this Tenderoni always looks good, and I am obsessed with him. Period. But this outfit really did something to me. Like, it's really working for me. I'm obsessed.
On
so
Tenderoni?
Cute. So good. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Also Sasha, because hello. But like...
oh, my God, yeah.
I mean...
Like, what's new? What's new with that? You know what I mean?
The kilt on Tenderoni killed me.
It killed you.
So
It killed
me. It killed you.
It killed me.
Yes.
I loved it.
You can't miss Sasha. I mean, the pageantry of it all. Jesus, it's so large and just. And I'm obsessed with the color. Shocker. It's my love it. Blue representing so nice.
The way Murray introduced her as the AP quantum physics teacher and knitting club advisor, and I said, yes, that is absolutely who Sasha would be as a high school teacher. 100%. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
River, what do you think of Jackie's shoes?
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
I love it. I love that
it
seems like it is the same shoe, but just a different color, like the same pattern. I love it. I wish I had two different same shoes so that I could do the same thing. Maybe with my Converse when I get, because I have one that is platform and one that is not, so I need to get.
Oh, that's cute.
A new one. Yeah. Then maybe, but you thought I wouldn't clock this shoe? I did. I love it.
See, I didn't know how you.
I'm just like, there's no red in the outfit, so why is the shoe red? But that's
there is red in the leopard pattern.
Okay, there is. Okay.
There's red and pink.
I mean, there's red in one of the necklaces,
and around her wrist,
in the wig,
and in the wig. So yes, there is red in the outfit.
Something around the wrist matches the shoes.
It's just there to strike conversation. That's all. It's just there to get people talking. Did she mean to put on a second different color shoe? Was it intentional?
She was in a hurry.
No, I know.
She did, because I just noticed that one, the bracelet is blue on the right side, and then the shoe is red, and then it's the opposite on the other side. So I live.
Welcome to the bouquet of neurodiversity conversation about whether the shoes match.
About the fucking shoes.
Thank you, Jackie, you dumb bitch, for facilitating this conversation. Because only Jackie Beat could facilitate this conversation about whether there's red in the outfit and whether the shoe matters. I love her.
Conscious choice or not a conscious choice? Very so detailed.
I love Jackie so much.
Mm-hmm.
I love her. I was so happy she was here. I don't know why she was here, but I was so happy she was here.
Because the speech was supposed to be like it didn't necessarily have to be, but like it was kind of supposed to be funny. If they
Sure.
So maybe that I don't know.
Well, let's talk about the people, starting with Perka.
Yep. I love this outfit so much. It's so beautiful, and the paint. Perka's face, because I met them at the King's Ball last year. Their mug is always so clean, and the line work is so good. But the outfit, along with the hair and everything, I'm obsessed. And like they were. Is it a skirt though? I can't remember. It was like a flare pant, wasn't it?
I think it's a mermaid.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think it was like the tailored blazer, but then a skirt to kind of.
It was.
Prom.
This was the best full body shot I could get of Perka, because they literally didn't show a full body shot of Perka even in the judging.
Oh.
Like this is the best shot I could get of Perka. I tried for like 5 minutes to get a full body shot of Perka. This is the best one from the entire episode. So yeah. But it is a tailored skirt, like with a mermaid flare at the bottom.
Yeah.
But the colors are so beautiful.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
This outfit is really good. I like that it made I like the play of doing the blazer and then a skirt. Like I like all of it. But I really thought that the speech was also good. Like it had enough funny moments for me. So I think Perka did really, really well tonight in every department of the challenge.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree too. I think Perka was one of the best at really keeping the nautical theming and the prom theming, because some people might have leaned more either direction. But you see the perfect marriage here, and there's so much detail. Like the attention to detail that Perka has is so impressive. And the whole speech was so charming and so funny. Like I loved when he pulled out his fish stick and started putting tartar sauce on it. This was one of my favorites. Absolutely one of my favorites. This was in the conversation for me to win tonight.
Yeah.
I think overall, and it ended up being my second favorite, but I love this.
Oh yeah, I didn't give you my my rankings, but I did have Perka number 3.
Okay.
Why the hell was Perka in the bottom 3 for this? Quickly.
By default, literally by default, because he wasn't bad.
Oh no, he should not have been in the bottom 3 at all.
Nope, agreed.
There were several other people that should have been in the bottom 3 other than him. No shade. There is Yes.
I thought everybody was good too.
I'm like, that's what I said. I understand how you feel. I understand how you feel. I'm saying I feel like it was by default, just given the fact that other people did, because I don't think anyone really flopped.
No one did bad. Nobody did bad. Not
exactly. That's why I said it's
not a single person on this cast did bad. I am so sorry. Perka did not deserve to be anywhere close to a bottom placement. The fact that he is low in this episode, for me, my opinion, that is an absolute shame, because I think Perka excelled in this challenge. Perka was my number 2. I think Perka was a slam dunk in this challenge. I don't understand a single critique Perka got in this episode. I think the outfit is stellar. I think he nailed the nautical part of the challenge. I think he nailed the prom element of the challenge. The makeup is incredible. The speech was great. The tartar sauce bit on the fish stick was absolutely exceptional. I think other than one person, he nailed every single aspect of this challenge.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. If he was in the bottom 2, I was going to riot. I genuinely do not understand why he was anywhere close to a bottom placement in this challenge. I don't get it.
Because there's 6 people. You're either in the top or in the bottom. There's no in between.
And he shouldn't have been. And he should not have been in the bottom. And he should not have been in the bottom. There are 4 other people that should have been in the bottom over Perka, in my opinion.
How many?
4 other people that should have been in the bottom.
I just didn't hear you. I just didn't hear you.
Yeah. There are 4 other people I think should have been in the bottom over Perka.
Where do you stand on this, Justin?
I like it in terms of ranking, or who should have been bottom top, or
Do you think Perka should have been in?
No, I do not. No, I do not.
We all agree.
Yeah, and we all agree.
I was
definitely
very passionate about this because I was pissed. I'm like, for what reason?
Well, clearly.
Yeah. And that's no shade to any of the kings either. I love all of them dearly. I'm just like, I was so annoyed with the judges. I'm like, why are you giving him critiques on this when this was incredible? Like, I don't.
Can I give you a perspective as to maybe why?
I would love to.
Because for me, I still really enjoyed Perka's performance overall. I particularly didn't really enjoy or thought it was needed, or I don't think it added anything. The tartar thing, I don't think that added anything to the performance for me. So maybe the judges felt the same way. Because even with that, I still would have had him in the top. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like that might be a reason why. That like maybe they thought it was good in the first half and it was not so good in the second half. Maybe.
I guess that's fair.
That was the feedback, wasn't it? Yeah. That was the feedback. I didn't quite understand the tartar sauce. Right. Or that it maybe didn't need to be there. My
feedback is I did understand. I just didn't think.
Oh no, you did. I know, but the judge.
Well, with other things, like I think I just wanted to see more of what he was doing because he was good.
Yeah.
See, that's my Jimbo sense of humor coming out. I think that's probably why I liked it.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's move to DVD.
I think, okay. Do you want to go first, Justin?
I will never throw shade at somebody's concept, but it wasn't my favorite. It felt kind of awkward to move in as well, more than anything. The idea was really fun, but if you're gonna have tentacles, like make them big tentacles, like go bigger. It just felt a little bit small and a little awkward to move in. Fun concept, like obviously really connected with it personally, but I don't feel like it delivered aesthetically as much as it could have. Yeah. Right. It feels like such a general, nice way of putting it. I think.
But I hadn't thought about it in that way, but now that you brought it up, I'm like, because I do think the look is good, but with it being like the tentacles was the main thing. Like it was a good look, but I wanted the tentacles to be a bigger feature of the outfit than it was. Maybe that's where it disconnects a little bit, but I think that the physical comedy was really good.
Yes.
That it just really worked for me. And I think the speech was good, but I think the performance of it was much better than the actual speech. So I had Dyke, like by default, I would have Dyke in the bottom at number 4. But to me, like he was the one that was solid safe for me.
Okay.
Like a serviceable job.
Okay.
I wish I had thought to rank them as I was going through. It's not like where my default brain goes.
Yeah.
I had my number 1.
We do it because we do so much.
No, that's good. That's how I love that. I was just like, I have my number 1 and everybody else is after number 1. That's it.
That's a lovely ranking. Love that. Love that.
Yes.
I actually think this is one of my favorite weeks for Dyke. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was campy. I thought it was it fit the theme, but it was still grounded in the humanity we were still getting from Dyke. But I just loved all the stupid things that he was doing, like just the flapping of the feet nonstop and the little tentacles. I just really enjoyed it. I thought the speech was funny. This was my number 3.
Oh.
Okay. So
I did really like the flapping feet. I know I said it was awkward to move in, but the way that it flapped was really fun.
That's what she said.
That's everything I say.
That's actually what he said.
That's what he said in this case. Yes.
In this case, yeah.
Because all he put in was Justin Abit.
It's true. I have he, him. I meant to add my pronouns. My friends say that I am the she, and that's what she said. Like, it's everything that comes out of my mouth. There's just nothing is safe. Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. Well then I guess here's the hot take of the episode. I love me some DVD. This was my least favorite of the week, unfortunately, and I still think it was very successful, actually. Again, like I said, no one did bad in this challenge whatsoever. For me, I think what lacked for me in this a little bit, compared to everybody else in this, was the prom element.
Yeah, that was missing.
So I got definitely the nautical, and I loved the vampire squid element. I think that was really, really strong. Conceptually, I love this look. I think it's actually one of my favorite looks of anybody on the stage here. I loved the flapping. I think that was like the physical comedy of it was very, very strong. Where I was completely let down was the other 50% of the challenge, which was the prom element of it. Like for me, the outfit, and this is just me, and I understand where everybody else is coming from. For me, I think it just lacked really any sort of like prom theming when it came to the garment. And the speech really didn't give me any prom. And again, that's just me. I didn't like his speech was like, I have 9 tentacles and the 10th one is hidden and I'm running for prom king. And that's really all we got from him. And I wanted the prom element of the challenge to just be fleshed out a little bit more for me. I do think the performance was very good, but for me, I think everybody else excelled more in both the nautical and the prom elements more than DVD did in the prom element itself, because I think the nautical element was very, very strong, but it was really lacking in the prom element for me.
See, I thought he was in the top half of like looking like this could be a prom look.
That's fair. I see that. I just don't see that personally. But
now that you gave your reasoning for this to be your least favorite, I'm interested to know your thoughts on another king and how that was nautical or prom in any way. But sure.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. We'll get to it, but sure.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah. I'm certainly intrigued, because yes, I have thoughts, for sure.
I can't wait. Myself eye rolling already, but let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Should we all just hold up a number? Should we all just hold up a number?
So next up is Henlo Bullfrog.
I mean, baby, number 1, the look, the performance, the speech.
Yes, bitch.
Everything.
Yes,
was perfect.
bitch.
No notes.
No notes.
Yep, same. No notes. Just gorgeous. Absolutely creative, cohesive, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And their personality is so fun and everything that they do. But the broken ship is my favorite part of this outfit. How they basically created epaulets out of the cliffs that the ship crashed on. It's crazy.
And then like the neon like coral reef on the shoulder. Is it supposed to be like coral reefs? Yeah, right?
I think it's coral reefs, right? That it crashed on, and that's why it broke apart. And like they're right in the middle of it.
Yes.
And then all of the little gold elements from the shell to the
like
belt.
The treasures on the ship that are falling into the deep of
the ocean, into the abyss.
Okay.
It tells like the look tells a full story. And its perfection, and then that earnest speech that was just so beautiful and from the heart. I don't care that it wasn't funny. It wasn't. It was just beautiful in every way. So,
and sometimes not everything on a televised drag program needs to be funny.
It
Mhm.
ended
Unless
with
they
humor.
are asked to be, which here it's
Yeah,
kind of like
make me
open,
laugh,
that you
right?
can, but you don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It ended with humor.
It did. For
Yeah.
me, this deserves a moment for this.
It's so beautiful. But same with last week for them. I was gobsmacked last week, but they just keep delivering. They're so conceptual, and everything that they deliver is so polished. Like, are they a costume designer? It's
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
by
Everything is
trade.
very-
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. They did a bunch. Well, their drag mom is Saphira Cristal. They did a bunch of Saphira's looks for Drag Race too, and they've done.
Oh, that's right.
They've
When I
done a
went
ton
to
of
their
stuff
profile, that's right.
They've done a ton of stuff for Dragula as
In a
well.
collaborative way, like Henlo did say, is like it's a very the looks are very collaborative. So like, he works in different parts of looks, right? Not just
Yep.
Right.
It's mostly the airbrushing element for Henlo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did love that he had, like, the speech was full earnest and it just ended with one joke, like just enough to. That's all we needed.
Well, it's like draw you in, and then lighten the mood. That's
And then release. Yeah.
classic. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's perfect.
Smart.
Yeah, I just think it's so like it's so cool that after watching at least 17 years worth of drag programming, I'm still like having my mind blown by looks because I've never seen anything quite like this. I was just thoroughly impressed. And I love the speech as well, especially the emphasis on how he started in the bottom week one. He was so close to being eliminated. He was one vote away. And he's just had such an upward trajectory. And I love it. I love the storyline. I hope it keeps going that way. And then, of course, ending by throwing gold and paying for their votes. So I guess we'll never know if this was a fair win.
Fair. I guess we'll never know. Henlo, let us know. Was it a fair win? I guess we'll have to see.
Let us know.
Find out.
Show us their bank accounts.
Right. Show us everyone's bank accounts. No,
just for fun, even. I want to see.
Yep. Next up, Charles Galin King.
Well,
Now
I know what a black spot is.
Right.
We all do
Yeah.
now.
The more you know.
I do love the look, whether or not I appreciate the nautical reference. I do love the look. He looks fantastic. Or do they them in drag or?
I think in drag, I think it's he. I don't know
Okay.
about, but
yeah. So he looks fantastic, very chic, and I love a black and white moment. But I just didn't get the reference like everybody else. But otherwise, beautiful and gross at the same time with the mouth. But
right, with yeah, as someone that hates, just please stop. I hate when people do that. I hate it. I hate when people put their tongue out, like it's not for me. It's kind of like the same thing I have with feet. I just don't.
Oh.
Anyway. Like if you're wearing sandals, that's fine, but like don't put your feet near me. You know what I mean? I don't mind seeing it. Like I don't want it near me in any kind of way. But I digress. I do love the look. I do kind of wish that I appreciate the creativity in that he wanted to bring a reference, but I wish it was the oil spill because it would have. I wish that was a concept because that would have. I mean, it would have opened it to maybe potentially a better speech because the speech didn't really make sense to me at all. I'm like, what are you what are you saying? I'm like, what are you talking? I have no idea. Anyway, it was like he was talking Simlish. I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, the look is really good, but unfortunately, it didn't really give me nautical. It is giving prom, but because I didn't understand the concept, it's not really giving nautical. I had Charles at number 5.
Isn't it always sort of a red flag when it comes to runway looks when you have to have a sign explaining it? Just that's an unfortunate sort of red flag, because I think if you're building a look and you are like, I'm going to put a sign so that people know clearly, it's like, well, maybe that is your sign, that it might be a little too niche of a concept, or maybe it's just not clear enough, and maybe you could expand. Like if you collaborated with somebody and they're like, but this is giving black, like oil spill, like why not go with oil spill?
Lean in,
and
yeah.
And then you could be like, oh, well, it's really close to what I wanted to do and it fits the look. Yes. And I wonder backstage if anybody said to them, like to him specifically, like, hey, did you ever, like, is it an oil spill? And if he ever had a moment where he's like, oh, huh. I'm so curious backstage. Yeah. Just ditch the sign and say it's an oil spill and you're good. Like, you don't have to do much to change it. Boom.
And also when one of the judges asked, like, oh, is it supposed to be an oil spill? Even if it's not, say yes. Just say this. Why?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Yeah, you're
rip
right.
The sign off. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's what I meant by the black spot in the
black spot is
yeah, I'm glad you got it.
Nailed it.
You.
Nailed
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Pivot. You knew it all along.
Yeah.
Oh, I did like this. So,
yeah.
I watched a show back in 2007. It was a reality show called Pirate Master. It was supposed to be like the new Survivor.
You are not bringing up Pirate Master.
I am bringing. Did you watch Pirate Master?
Yes.
Okay. Well, when people were marked for elimination, they got a black spot. So
yes, and that's how I knew about the black spot.
Same. But I do think it is niche, but I also like that they have the opportunity where they can explain things. So for me, as long as they can explain it, I'm fine with it. I actually think like putting the black spot above you is not the way to go. Just explain it. Don't have it above you. But what I will say about Charles is he's so naturally funny. I think he's one of the absolute funniest people in this cast. He just naturally can be so expressive and make me laugh. So I really enjoyed that. My only issue, though, is when 5 other people are coming with like really extravagant looks. I thought this was on the more simple end. So I wish he had been like a little bit more prepared to just really up the extreme level of this. It is a good look. It's just a little simple for me. So for that reason, it was number 6 for me.
Fair. It does give prom though. Unlike, yeah.
I really have the wild and out opinions today because I really liked this from Charles. I was a really big fan of this. I got it because I watched Pirate Master, so I knew what the black spot was, and I understood the reference. I'm one of like 5 people that understood this reference. So when he came out, I was like, I get it. I understand. I understood his entire speech. I understood the niche messaging he was going for. I thought the entire thing was so funny. It was nautical. It was prom. I love this suit. I love how graphic the suit is with all of this like kind of kelp coming off of it. I thought his makeup was so cool. The hair is cool. I have Charles at number 3. I thought he was so cool. I don't know. I thought it was cool and I liked it and I thought he was good. So that's just me.
How dare you?
But I just really like Charles.
How dare you have an opinion?
I always have an opinion. If nothing else, I always have an opinion. But it's fine. Let's talk about Big D.
Love of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so obsessed. You guys know I am so obsessed with Big D. Like
Captain AFAB.
He is forever deeply in character. And like from the minute I saw him in the first episode, such a fan of the unbreakable character. Every reaction, everybody else was being themselves. I'm talking about episode 1, and I realize that's not where we're at, but like the way that he reacts to everything is just like stroking his jacket. It's just like, what's happening? Where am I right now? This is wild, over the top. And then from episode to episode, and this was no exception. So they lean in. You would think that they were a total theater kid, the way that they characterize everything so fully. They looked amazing. Yeah.
This was so.
And
this
the
was
speech.
very much Big D. It's very kooky, and like just silly and goofy and fun, and that's why I love it. Like I don't need. Unless it's like a specific like a runway category, whatever, you're supposed to give fashion, whatever, then yes. But I don't need drag to be polished and perfect and clean all the time. Personally, I don't need it. I love it when drag is this. and this is one of my favorite things about drag is when it's not perfect, right? But it's still so good and so entertaining. When he was describing and when I first saw this, I thought he was doing the pirate. What's his name? What's the name of the pirate from SpongeBob? You know what I mean? It was giving very that. I think I wrote it. Wait. Painty the Pirate.
That would have been so fierce.
Very Painty the Pirate. The energy was perfect from start to finish. The look was actually really good. The only thing really that made Big D not be so close to Henlo for number 1, like it was not on the race for me, is just because it's not giving prom. Because the speech was great, presentation, the look, everything was great. It was nautical, but it didn't really give me prom. Like maybe if he had done the rain this raincoat in a blazer, like tailor in a way that it looked like a blazer or something, just to give it a little bit of the prom. Or if he had like a bow tie, like just stupidly, just a random bow tie, something. But yeah, this was so enjoyable to watch. I'm obsessed. I have Big D at number 2, like, period.
Yeah, Big D's just so naturally funny, just like Charles. But Big D, like, if he was coming anywhere in Missouri, I would buy a ticket. I would drive a couple hours to go see his show because I know he would just put on a good comedy show, and I would be here for it. And I did like this. My only thing is this is his second week in a row, and I'm kind of torn about what I'm about to say. This is the second week in a row where I know for a fact that the character that Big D is presenting is a character that's in his arsenal already, because we went through his Instagram. We saw looks that he's had in the past. So it's smart. It's resourceful to take a character you already have and fit it into the challenge. But I just think I'm wanting to see him create a new character that fits the challenge instead of just pulling in something that he already has in his back pocket. I like that he's doing this and showing the characters. I just want to see. I want to see both. I don't know. So
I can tell. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, for that reason, I had Big D at number 5, but it's still a strong number 5.
I was going to say, I can see how you would be torn about saying that, because I get what you mean about wanting to see something fresh and new, but also, as a
go
performer,
spend so much money. Please go spend all your money and make new looks for us. Yeah, that sounds so like.
No, but you
like,
can.
This is new to me. I've never seen it.
It is, and that's the mindset of performing. Is you have to kind of sometimes you have to say to yourself, like, maybe this maybe out of their entire kit, they were like, I have something for this already. I don't need to reinvent the wheel for this. I will bring this because I'm confident about it. And not everybody's seen it, you know? Because they admit that they don't do a lot of shows, or they didn't do a lot of shows before. So like a lot of their drag is probably new to a ton of people, which is cool.
Yeah.
And the only thing I would add to what you said, David, is like I would like take, if I was gonna do new character stuff, I might take the parts that I already had established and just tweak them, spin them a teeny weensy bit, and then it becomes new
prom
again.
Better. This could have fit prom better.
Yeah.
Just like a giant yellow bow tie that he pulled out from underneath his beard, or like pulled his beard aside and was like, I'm ready. What else do you need? You know?
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my biggest frustration with Big D in this challenge. Just was that like and I love this character. We saw it in the Instagram review. I love this character. I just wanted the garment and the physicality of Big D here to match up with the prom challenge a little bit better. Like I wanted a bow tie. I wanted and this was obviously a little bit more glammed up for Big D. I loved all of the gold accenting. Like I think there was a little bit of there was a little bit of elevation there, and I really do appreciate that. This is my favorite thing D has presented on the runway so far this season. Like I loved this. I absolutely loved every single bit of this. What brought it to prom for me was the speech. That's where Big D. Big D brought it for me. I was like, okay, and I love that was like he knew he needed to do something major, and the speech was a big way to tie it in. All of the puns were so good. The dad jokes were good. For me, I have Big D at number 4 because I really think the speech really brought it together for me. Even if the look wasn't 100% prom, the speech really pulled it together for me. So I wasn't too mad at it.
I think I would probably put Big D at my number 2.
Okay. I respect that.
For me, Big D and Perka were so close for number 2 because I'm like, there was one thing from their performance that missed.
Sure.
And it was just a different thing for both. So like, it was really close.
And you
thought I'm just obsessed.
And you thought, River, I was going to have Big D in the bottom, didn't you?
Oh no. I thought you would have it like in the middle, around the middle.
Oh no.
We'll talk about the next. We'll get to it. We're there.
Because as rightly so, I'm going to critique King Molasses because there were things that I liked and there were things I didn't like about this performance.
Can I relate to this really hard? We did a safe sex look on my season, and I chose to do a Tom of Finland look as well, and it was the most naked it's the most naked I had ever been on stage, let alone as I'm about to walk on the stage thinking, not only am I this naked on stage in front of these people, and this is the first time that's happened, but this is going to be on TV. Like, I have no control over how many people are going to see this, good or bad, in this moment. And that is a panic-inducing vibe. And so I really related to what they were saying about, like, just about being that naked for the first time and overcoming that. So I like have to give so much props to the bravery of that moment. So way to go. Thank you for sharing that insecurity as well and overcoming it, because you are hot.
It says it says so right here.
Literally, I am hot.
And that's why I pulled this screenshot.
And you know what? We are correct. Period.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's so funny. I don't say period. I'm like the only drag performer that doesn't really say period. I'm like, and underscore. Like, I don't know why I always say underscore. I don't know where it came from. Couldn't explain it, but I don't say period. I just have a desire to be different. But I was like, yes, or underline it. Exclamation point.
I'm like, now am I gonna steal underline and bouquet of neurodivergence from you?
Do it.
How many things am I gonna steal from Justin Abit today? Let's see.
I love how influential I'm feeling.
Period and question mark out loud. Like
asking
a question and then saying question mark after.
Right.
I love doing that.
I say exclamation point like in the same way. I'll be like, exclamation point. Yes, enthusiasm.
Right. I'm like, if Lana was here, her thing has always been however, comma. And we say comma, it's however, comma. And that has become a thing for the podcast. Yeah.
When you think about it, saying exclamation point makes more sense than saying period. Because we say period to something that we're like agreeing with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of more like you're enthusiastic about something, so it should be exclamation point.
Good point.
Now that I think about it.
I agree with that.
Anyway.
Well, let's change the world.
Let's talk about anything
It
else.
starts here.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
Yes. No, but I agree with everything that you said, Justin, about like the appreciation of the vulnerability, the sharing of the story, everything. Yes.
But
fully agree.
And it's a beautiful butt.
And it's a beautiful butt. The body is beautiful. The outfit, everything. I don't have a problem with the outfit. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I just don't see how it is nautical or prom. Like,
no.
Maybe it is in some way, in some interpretation. It didn't read like that to me. But it is a great look. To me, it was giving Village People, very that. I thought if I had to guess, if I saw this and I had to guess what was the theme for the episode, I would guess Village People. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then besides the outfit being good but not being in either theme, there was no speech. Like I get the idea, right?
Yeah.
In execution, it did not work for me. Like I feel like I love Molasses, obsessed, and they're eating the competition. But for me, this didn't work in any way, unfortunately. So it was my least favorite, just because if it was the same thing, look and performance for a different challenge, for a different prompt, then I feel like I could enjoy it a lot more. But for this prompt, it didn't work for me.
Yeah, same.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's just me.
I totally get. I totally get where you're coming from about it not really being nautical or prom. I mean, there were like little flaps around the feet that looked like they could.
So, because I was going to bring it up in my section.
Yeah.
I'm looking back at it because I was like, what is exactly? So the leg pieces are fins.
Yeah.
Oh, like it kind of looks like a boot, but it's like the part that is.
Yeah. So the whole leg piece is shaped like a fin. The front, like, almost like the front piece of the leather piece is scaled. So I think that's supposed to be nautical-esque. And then the tie piece that he was wearing for part of the performance around the shoulders and the neck, I think is supposed to echo like a sailor's tie and knot. And I think I think those were the elements that were supposed to be.
And maybe the hat. Like maybe.
And the hat gives more direct Tom of Finland, I'll say that. But but I think
but it also kind of sailor hat. Yeah.
It's
not a sailor hat too.
It's not a sailor hat, but it's definitely leaning way
like a captain's hat, I guess. More like a captain's hat. Like the sailor would be the bucket.
Yeah.
And you could still do Tom of Finland and put a bit even more of a nautical spin on it. It could definitely you could be the naughty pinup sexy 100%. Boy. Yeah. But like with why not have the white cut out over your shoulders and nothing else, just
because
like
he was going all, or they were going all black with the look, I think.
Fair.
With the look, I think that's what they were going for with it. Not to interrupt you, David, but that was just I wanted to explain all the parts that were, because I just went back and looked at it directly. So
yeah, but I was about to say, like, even though I don't see a lot of the elements of what the challenge is asking for, I cannot find the ability to care, honestly, because I just really liked what I saw. I thought it was very intriguing visually. It was sexy, making me question my sexuality.
Wow.
But
It's
the
like
only
a king speciality.
right, very true. Like the only thing that was a drawback for me was the ball gag in the mouth and how long it was in there. Like if that had been like kind of a bit at the beginning, but then it came out, I think I would have appreciated it a little bit more. But it just went on the whole thing, except for the "I'm hot" at the very end. But this was one of my favorite looks still. So, but overall, I had them at number 4.
The ball gag could have been themed too. It could have been like a little fish hook or something.
Yep.
There's so many things that could have been done with it. And then it's like, wait, I got something in my mouth, and like you pull it out and it's like, well, that feels better. Like, yeah, it could have, that would have been so fun.
I am going to separate my love of Tom of Finland related things and my love of leather from my critique and discussion of this look because I did love the look on Mo. I thought they looked incredible, very hot, very, very, I mean, we all agree. And they said it, they're hot. I appreciated the nautical elements that were going on here. I wish that was amped up to 100 and it felt like it was at like a 50 here. We kind of already touched on it. I don't need to go any further really. What I was lacking on was the prom element, really. Like it felt like a formal wear outfit and I did like that. But what I wanted was the connection between the nautical and the formal wear and the prom element, which they bring up in the judging anyway. So I was like, okay, at least you're understanding where you went wrong too. And I would have loved if they had explained, oh yeah, I didn't think I was hot in high school. And this is my chance to be hot and also show off this hot leather look. And this is what Molasses would be wearing to prom in a Tom of Finland leather prom hot situation. Like, I don't know. I wish they had done more of an explanation in the speech other than I am hot, vote for me for prom king. It was the worst speech, obviously. For me, I have Molasses at number 5. Because I think the presentation, he tried to add so many like nautical things into the presentation. So at least there was like there was a little bit there. And I thought the look itself was very clean. So I have him at number 5.
It's so interesting. I didn't see any of the nautical theme stuff. It was so subtle for me that I didn't see any of it. And I would have thought the opposite, that this is exactly what they would have worn to prom versus anything to do with the nautical side.
Interesting.
I think this is giving after prom party.
Probably,
It's the after party. Yeah.
The camera work on this was also very weird, and because they were moving around the stage a lot, like you didn't really get a whole like strong look at the full garment ever, except for like the very first shot. So like I literally just watched it for my 3rd time and finally saw the nautical elements, like the leg piece and everything like that. So like having only watched it one time, I understand like not seeing the nautical elements. So it makes sense completely. But
fair.
He said this they said this is the second time they've used tape like that.
The trans tape, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it looked great.
I mean, they did a great job. It looks great.
Yeah. They look great. Period.
I couldn't do drag without it. Forget it. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. Although I have those fake chest pieces, and that helps.
There you go.
just slap it on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they were getting ready and Big G put on the chest plate and Mo was like, I cannot tell you how attracted I am to Big G right now. And I was like, yeah.
Reverse been saying that all season.
I mean, wake it up.
Well, yes, absolutely. But yeah, let's. We've got some results here going on this occasion. Our top 2 of the week ends up being Big D and Henlo.
Yes.
Sure. But we all universally agreed that our Bullfrog wins.
Exclamation point. Yes.
Exclamation point.
I'm so sorry. We need to include their full name, David.
Oh.
You're right.
David, how dare you? How dare you?
Full government name.
Henlo fucking Bullfrog Crystal won the challenge! Yay! Yes!
Deserved.
So deserved.
Deserved. We had to use the full name on this occasion. They would have.
Absolutely.
And we have DVD called Safe at this point. And I was like, oh. Okay then.
Oh.
Love it. Big fan of DVD. Our bottom three ends up being Charles, Molasses, and Perka, with our bottom two as Molasses and Charles, going into the final thrust, where they have to make a cheer.
It does make sense with the episode.
True.
Yep.
Couldn't they have danced? Couldn't it have been
anything else?
Just like, couldn't they have had like a dance circle as if you're at prom and the biggest bop of the year has just come on and it's your turn to get in the middle of the circle and show it? Yeah, a little dance battle.
Right.
That would have been so fun. And I feel like, again, a little bit more in everybody's wheelhouse, although Charles was a mascot. So
yeah,
presumably had a bit of an advantage in that way.
And also, like again, love that they're doing different things.
Yeah.
This is the one part of the show that really needs the most work for next season.
I didn't
like workshop it a little bit more.
I didn't fundamentally dislike this, but I didn't love it. But I liked that this gave enough flexibility for both of them to kind of do whatever they wanted with it.
Yeah, you didn't have to follow like a 1 2 1 2 1 like some kind of beat. Yeah,
like you could do whatever you wanted with this concept. So at least and they both went two very different directions, which I really appreciated with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I loved it, but it wasn't stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
True.
So
yeah,
and also go ahead, David. Sorry.
I enjoyed both of them in this. I thought they both brought entertainment, and like you said, they went completely different directions. But I did have a favorite.
Same.
I think based on going the more unconventional route with the cheer, I was really into what King Molasses was doing.
Yeah,
that was my favorite. But
are we also unanimous like the judging panel was?
I think so. No.
I don't think no.
Okay.
However, comma.
Okay.
However, comma.
Okay.
So to me, I enjoyed both. I think I was a little taken aback, and it took me a little while to kind of like process what Molasses was doing. Because to me, I had to think about it a lot because I was like, I flip flopped a lot. I was like Charles, Molasses. I was like, and for different reasons because but then what really was like the small hair that came between my personal choice is when I think of a cheerleader or like someone cheering, I think of the energy. Like I need someone you need to hype someone else up. Okay. You're hyping someone up. And so for that reason, I think I would have given it to Charles. Okay. Because he was doing that, hyping up but I do appreciate Molasses different interpretation of it because it was really cool and interesting as well.
Sure.
And Molasses has done better in the competition. So I'm like, do I want Molasses to be eliminated? No. Do I think he did better? They did better in the cheer? No. But also, they shouldn't go home. So I don't know. I didn't necessarily agree, but I wasn't mad. I actually liked the result.
I really kind of disagree in terms only that I agree with you so much that it's your job to hype me up, and what I just felt that Charles lacked energy. It felt very like not formulaic, but like kind of
Paint by
like
numbers.
yeah,
Stereotypical.
I'm doing what I know is a cheer, and I didn't feel them going like, yeah, do it, get it, like I did not have that kind of energy. I felt their nerves, I guess. It just felt a little subdued for a cheer. That's where I felt Mo actually really excelled, was that it
The
wasn't
confidence,
traditional.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was,
no, I see what you mean. Yeah, definitely.
Charles, for me, because I kind of agree with you, Justin. Charles, for me, was like going through the motions a little bit, and it wasn't bad by any means. Like what he wrote was really good, and I think like the performance itself was good. Charles didn't feel like Charles. Molasses felt like Molasses doing a cheer. I think that's for me what the difference was. Is like Molasses, it felt like Molasses was doing this cheer, and so it felt like I got his energy doing it, and that's what Molasses would be doing. Charles, it felt a little bit more standard and a little bit more stereotypical. Yeah, I wouldn't say generic, but I would say stereotypical, because what he did, like he injected his personality into it, and it was good. It was really good. But I felt more of Molasses' personality in his performance, and for me, that would have been that's what was the tipping point for me in favor of Molasses.
Yeah, I think another factor is the fact that this is Charles' second week in a row in the bottom. Charles, I don't think has been in the top at all this season, correct?
Yeah, I don't think so, unfortunately.
And you're up against a person who has won the first two challenges and was high the other week. So I think that has to do something to a person. Like the writing is kind of on the wall. So I think
unfortunately
it does. It does do a thing to a person for sure.
Yeah. I think Charles definitely put forth the effort, but it was like, I know where this is going to go.
I wonder too, because this is like from their past, because they said they were a mascot in high school. What if it was like a little triggering as well? Like you were saying that you didn't feel like it was them. It wasn't. It was probably like the ghost of high school past, you know?
I was wondering the same thing, Justin. I was like, it didn't feel like them. And I was wondering that same thing. Like I'm so curious about that too. Like this whole episode, because I've loved Charles, and unfortunately we do lose Charles in this episode, and I hated that because I've loved getting to know Charles throughout this entire season. But this episode, a lot of what we got from Charles felt not unauthentic, but it felt a little
like pulled back, maybe
a little subdued. Pun intended, I guess. Unfortunately, I don't know. Bad pun. But it felt like he was out of his element, and it felt like he reserved himself a little bit for maybe a variety of reasons. And it seemed like maybe this cheer challenge was something that maybe he just felt awkward doing. And I hated feeling that, because in last week's Final Thrust, I really felt like he put his energy into it. And I felt that energy from him. And that's why he won, because I felt that energy from him. And in this one, I didn't get that spark. I didn't get that energy from him. And it was unfortunate to see, because I would have loved to see more of him in the competition.
It goes back to what David was saying about taking another hit, like being in the bottom again. I haven't won anything. I'm in the bottom again. Like Perka in the first couple of episodes was being really hard on themselves and automatically bottoming themselves from just a little bit of insecurity on their performance, like inner saboteur kind of stuff, right? And if you've been in the bottom and then it happens again, it's really hard to rally for yourself in that moment and believe in yourself when it feels like these people aren't seeing what I'm bringing, and you start to kind of question the imposter syndrome flares, you know? And so I can see how that would really get in the way as well.
Yeah. Most definitely.
The one thing that I really didn't, I don't know if maybe I'm like overthinking it, but I didn't like that they didn't do the vote. Even if they all would have voted for the same person, I'm like,
Yeah.
why just no votes and just like unanimously, like it was kind of like, fuck you, Charles, you suck. Bye.
Yeah.
It felt very mean to me. Maybe I'm oversensitive, who knows? But like,
What if it's mean in the other way? What if it's mean in the other way and Charles has to stand there while every single
Molasses.
person votes for molasses?
Yeah.
It might sting extra to hear every single person and not hear a single person rally for you. That would be extra hard
same thing because the way that I had both, like I thought what I said, and then I thought what you just said.
Yep.
I watched it, and I was like,
I see both sides of it. Where I'm actually, because I see both sides of it. I'm kind of actually where I'm like, yeah, swift blow, kind of just, and like he took it like a champ.
Rip it off.
Yeah, he took it like a champ. I like you said, Justin, kind of writing on the wall. Like unfortunately, it did just kind of seem like he knew where things were going. Unfortunately, I think anyone in the bottom at this point against Molasses, like unless Molasses just absolutely sucked, like I think kind of the writing was on the wall. Unfortunately,
but I'm like, how did they know? Because the other times the judges like they don't. We don't see them talking to each other, and they don't know that they know who each other are voting for. So
yeah, they probably do it kind of like where they present it in the most dramatic way, the most dramatic order. So they probably all have to discuss it ahead of time.
Yeah, they probably all know who each other is voting for and then decide, like producers, or they tell producers and then producers tell them what order to present it in, and something like that. But
so that when somebody does get the one odd vote out of the 5, it's like, okay, so we're gonna do you and then you, and like,
okay, Sasha, you need to go second because you're voting out of the majority or something like that. Like, okay, Tenderoni, we know you need to vote last, so that way you're the deciding vote. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Molasses and what they did in this moment when Charles was eliminated. And just holds him and will not let him go. He's like, no, just hold on.
He said, you stay here.
You stay
here.
How comforting would that be? Like having the person just gripping you and showing so much care and affection. Oh, it was so touching to watch.
It was incredible.
It was.
That's Kings, man.
I cried. Like,
and then everyone started chanting Charlie. Like, it was so special to watch.
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those special moments that I that's why I love this show.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I love Charles. I'm so sad to not see him anymore, and I'm very sorry for the bad pun I made about 10 minutes ago. Because that was a bad pun. So love you, Charles. I am so sad that in 4 episodes, we've gotten rid of all of the Latinx kings.
I mean, there's only 6 episodes, though.
I know, but there were 3 of them out of 10, and we've eliminated all of them. I don't love it, but...
I was really surprised to see Buck Wild go, so, yeah.
We all were.
Yeah. Their drag is pristine. It's gorgeous. And this is...
They were eliminated before the horror challenge.
Right? Like the thing about doing a show where you're like, I have to do this challenge, like that was me with the roast. I genuinely, sorry, I keep going back to my show, but like I just relate in this way. Fair. I'm like, I was ready to run out the door when we were having to do the roast. I'm like, I made it this far. I could just leave, right? You guys don't mind if I just walk out, because I was so anxious about being that person that bombs so hard that people are watching and cringing, but so if they had thrown the roast at me on episode 2, I would have cried. It would have been brutal. Just I had one outfit in particular that I was like, I just need to get to this outfit, and then I'll be fine. And then I'll feel like it was worth it. Yeah. It was my social media monster look. I was like, I need to get to that look, and then you can eliminate me. I don't care after that. And it wasn't like a challenge I wanted to have. I just needed to present this look, and that was it. So I feel so bad for these folks that like when your skill set isn't the first challenge that comes up, it's like, no. How lucky are you? Like when people have design challenges on Drag Race and they're like proficient costume designers versus people who use hot glue, and it's like, well,
yeah,
this might be. I got to learn this song really well. Yeah,
literally. Well, we
Yeah.
do have an update on the draft, and unfortunately, God love you, Ezra.
Oh yeah.
But Ezra's out of the draft. We love him, but I have it if you don't.
Okay. I mean, I have it too, but
okay, then go for it.
Okay. Yes. So Ezra is permanently in 5th place with 8 points. Logan is in 4th place with 16.5 points.
I stand by my choice of Buck Wild.
As you should.
Thank you.
Lana's in 3rd place with 18.5 points. I am now in 2nd place with 22 points, which means, River, you have passed me and you are in the lead with 24.5 points.
I'm in the lead in 2 drafts at the same time.
If I had a nickel for every time River was leading a draft right now, I would have 2 nickels.
I have never even made it to 3rd place ever, and I'm first in 2. Work! Exclamation point!
Exclamation point! Period! Exclamation point! Both
My job here is done. Underline.
Ellipses.
I love it.
However,
not ellipses. Well, on that note, Justin, you have done what few drag artists have done. You have come here and on your first try done a 2.5-hour podcast with us. So you are now a part of an elite club. You are one of our elite employees. And more than anything else, you're now Cup family. So anytime you want to come back to talk about literally anything, you're welcome back. So
thank
you. For being
you.
here.
Doors are permanently open.
Yeah, permanently open. You are a fucking delight, and thank you for joining us for this.
You're a fucking delight, all of you. This has been delightful. Honestly, I love that you use the word delight. Just one of my favorite things to describe my favorite things. So this has been utterly delightful. It's been such a fun conversation all over the place. I love my neurospicy people. So and the fact that I have heard you say things that I brought to the conversation, thinking nothing of them, and you grabbed onto them, and it's like I get to stay with you. That's really special.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you. Thanks for making this so fun.
Absolutely. Well, if you made it 2.5 hours through this episode, thank you. Love it. Comment down below. I don't know.
Hashtag exclamation
point.
Hashtag exclamation point. That's what we're gonna do on this occasion. But thank you for joining us for this lovely King of Drag recap. We'll be back next week to talk about more King of Drag, with plenty more things to come. Subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Check out another video while you're at it. It could be a King of Drag recap. It could be another drag recap. It could be something else we've got going on another channel. Nevertheless, check out something else we're doing, because we've got content going out almost every single day across the Cup Network. Go follow Justin, support Justin, tip Justin, go get merch, do all the things. Go get your Cup mug, lanagcreations.etsy.com. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Ooh.